Hello everyone. So in this video of coordination compounds, I will be talking about Werner's theory of coordination complexes, classification of coordination complexes, then IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds. Werner theory of coordination complexes. The first attempt to explain nature of bonding in coordination compound, specifically in between the central metal and ligands, was explained by Werner. He has given certain postulates to explain his theory, and the postulates are: number one is, unlike metal salt, the normal metal salt, the metal in complex possess two types of valencies. Number one is primary valency, which is also called ionizable valency, and number two is secondary valency, which is also called non-ionizable valency. According to his second postulate, the ionizable sphere consists of entities which satisfy the primary valency of the metal. And the primary valencies are generally satisfied by anions. Third postulate is saying the secondary coordination sphere consists of the entities which satisfy the secondary valency and are non-ionizable. The secondary valency of the metal are fixed and satisfied either by anion or neutral ligands. Number of secondary valency is equal to the coordination number or ligancy. And the last is, the secondary valency have a fixed spatial arrangement around the metal ion. Two spheres of attraction in complex is just like here it is given in the picture. Here there is one complex having one central metal, which is cobalt, and inside the coordination sphere it is bonded with 6 monodentate ligands, which are amines. Outside the coordination sphere the 3 Cl atoms are present. These 3 Cl atoms are satisfying the primary valency of central metal, whereas the secondary valency of cobalt is satisfied by bonding with these 6 ligands via coordinate bond. So this is called the coordination sphere or secondary sphere, and outside of the coordination sphere, the sphere where there are anions present is called ionization sphere or primary sphere. A complex with coordination number 6 has octahedral nature, and when 4 coordinating groups are attached to the metal ion in the complex would be either having square planar or tetrahedral structure. Now, classification of complexes. The coordination complexes are classified according to the types of ligand and sign on the charge on the complex ion. So, on the basis of the types of ligands, there are two types: homoleptic complexes and heteroleptic complexes. Homoleptic are the one where you will see there is only one kind of ligand bonded to the central metal inside the coordination sphere. For example, like you are seeing here, there is a complex ion where cobalt is bonded to 6 amines, and there is only one type of ligand is present inside this complex. So this is homoleptic. Heteroleptic, the complex ion or the coordination sphere where you will see there is more than one type of ligand are bonded to central metal, such complexes would be called as heteroleptic complexes. For example, like in this complexes, cobalt is bonded with 2 chloro and 6 amines. So there is more than one kind of ligand here in the complex ion, so it is heteroleptic. Now, on the basis of the charge on the complex, cationic complex, the positively charged coordination sphere or the coordination compound having a positively charged coordination sphere is cationic sphere complex. For example, this is a complex having 2 positive charge, it is cationic. Or this is a complex, on ionization it will produce this coordination sphere having positive charge and sulfate ions. as a counter ions. So this is cationic complexes. Whereas anionic complexes will be the one where you will see the coordination sphere is negatively charged, like you are seeing on the screen, where 4 cyano are bonded with nickel metal and the complex ion is having charge -2. Neutral sphere complexes. Neutral sphere coordination complexes does not possess any cationic or anionic sphere. Like example you are seeing here, both the example does not have any positive or negative charge. So they are considered as neutral sphere complexes. Now let's talk about IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compound. There are certain rules defined for writing IUPAC name. Now rule number 1. Rule number 1 is saying when you are writing the name of any complex ion or neutral compound, you need to write the name of the ligands first, then the name of the metal, then the counter ions. If you are having anionic ligands, the ending of the ligand, if it is ending with "ide", it should be changed to O. And if it is ending with "ate", it should be changed to "ato". Means like chloride will be changing to chloro. Sulfate will become sulfato. The name of the complex is one single word. There should not be space in between the ligand name or the metal name or the uh, counter ions name also. After the name of the metal, write its oxidation state in Roman number, which should be in the bracket or parenthesis without any space between the metal name and parenthesis. Now, if a complex has more than one ligand of same type, then you need to take care the number is indicated by prefix like di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa and so on. Next is, if you are having more than one type of ligand, then they are written in an alphabetical order. And suppose there are two ligands with prefixes tetraequo and dichloro. So while writing in alphabetical order, tetraequo will be written first, then dichloro. We should consider the name of ligand, not the prefixes attached to the ligand. Next is, if the name of ligand itself contains numerical prefixes, then display number by prefixes by bis for 2, tris for 3, tetrakis for 4 and so on. Put the ligand name in the parenthesis. For example, ethylene diamine is En3 would be appeared as trisethylene diamine or trisethane 1,2-diamine. Next is, the metal in cationic or neutral complexes is specified by its usual name, but when it is in anionic complexes, the metal will end with suffix "ate". Now, let's see some anionic and neutral ligands and their IUPAC name used in a coordination complexes. For example, bromide is Br. Its IUPAC would be bromo. Cl becomes chloro. Fluoride, fluoro. Iodide, iodo. Cyanide, cyano. Sulfate becomes sulfato. Nitro becomes nitrato. Then if you are talking about neutral ligand, ammonia will become amine. Note down the spelling of amine here. It is AMMINE. CO, carbon monoxide, will act as ligand. Its name will be carbonyl. Then carbonate, carbonato, hydroxide, hydroxo, oxalate, oxalato, nitrite, nitro, nitrite, nitrito. I feel you people are understanding the difference between these two. These are amidantate ligands. SCN, thiocyanato, and NCS, isothiocyanato. H2O is aqua or aquo, and En, ethylene diamine, is ethylene diamine. Next is, if the complex is anion, if the complex ion is anion, then the 8 should be suffix for the metal. Then aluminium will become aluminate, cobalt will become cobaltate, gold aurate, manganese magnate, platinum platinate, chromium chromate, copper cuprate, iron ferrate, nickel nickelate, zinc will become zincate. Now let's talk about some name of IUPAC compounds. Let's see. This is one compound having central metal nickel. It is having 4 ligands which are cyano, and it is having -2 charge. It is anionic complex. So first we will be write down the name of the ligand, then metal name, then its oxidation state, and at the last we will write ion. So we have 4 cyano, that means tetracyano. Because complex is anion, so we will add 8 as suffix to the metal name and its oxidation state, and the last one is ion because we are writing name of the ion. So tetracyanonickelate 2 ion. Now let's take one more example, like cobalt is bonded with 3 oxalate and it is having charge -3. Oxalate will become oxalato. And how many there are in number? There are 3 in number. So trioxalato, cobaltate, oxidation state of cobalt is 3 here, ion. Then the next is, because 6 cyano is present here with ion with oxidation state 2 here, so 6 cyano ferrate 2. Next is, let's take example of anion. Here sodium is positive ion as counter ion and complex is negative ion. Sodium will be written as sodium only, and 6 nitro cobaltate 3. Next is, let's take one more example. Again, if you are seeing here Na3AlF6, AlF6 is anion. So sodium hexafluoroaluminate, oxidation state is 3. It will be written like that. Now the cationic complexes. Cationic complexes, where you will see you are having complex ion having positive charge. Here there are 4 cyano bonded with copper. Oxidation state of copper here is 2. Then the name is tetraamine copper 2 ion. If we are talking about, let's suppose this C1. Here what is happening? Platinum is bonded with ethylene diamine and thiocyanato also. So for ethylene diamine we will be using prefix bis. Bis means 2. Bis ethylene diamine dithiocyanato platinum 4. Now let's take one more example where you are seeing complex ion is positive and bromide is anion or counter ion is negative. So here tetraamine, because there are 4 amines, dibromo, platinum 4, bromide. We used to not write dibromide. Outside counter ion's name will be given as bromide only. We will not mention their number with prefixes. Let's take one more example of neutral complex, like we have cobalt and it is bonded with 3 nitro and 3 amines. So triamine, trinitro, cobalt 3. One more example. Here if you find out the oxidation state of ion, it would be 0. So 5 pentacarbonyl ion 0. We need to mention oxidation state if at all it is 0 also. So the last one, here you are seeing rhodium is bonded with amine and thiocyanato. In between amine and thiocyanate, we will write amines first because of alphabetical order. So triamine, trithiocyanate, rhodium, oxidation state would be 3. In this way, we used to write the name of the coordination compounds.